Hi everyone, Danielle and Gareth Wheeler here with you just outside of BMO Field talking about some of the newest acquisitions for Toronto FC. Canadian international Will Johnson and the roller coaster ride that has been for him. He's had to overcome so much adversity with his injury. We remember him breaking his leg right here at BMO Field. How much has his career come full circle now?
Well, that was September of 2014, and now we see Will Johnson revived, revigorated, and to the point where he believes that he's 100%. He had to sit on the sidelines and basically watch his Portland Timbers team go on and win MLS Cup. So it was quite clear that on the salary that he commands and the type of player that he really is and the respect that he demands across the league, that he was going to be elsewhere. And coming home to Toronto made sense for both player and team. And we've seen it with the Canadian men's national team since. He does look fully fit. He can be a key core member of this Toronto FC team. So I think it's a win-win for both player and club being able to give Will Johnson that second chance, that new lease on life in terms of his MLS career.
Did it make it a natural fit for this club, especially the connection with him and Michael Bradley growing up playing together?
Well, they're friends, and obviously players want to play with people that they trust and people that they're friendly with. And of course, a Canadian international coming back and playing at home, I think that absolutely matters to the really core values of the club. But beyond that, it's another veteran player that Tim Bezbatchenko and Greg Vanney brought in to complement this team. You have a veteran player in Drew Moore, another player who had to come back from a serious injury himself to become an MLS All-Star last year, and Steven Beitashour. So I think it really sends the message that the team is built to win right now. And I'm just looking at the potential 10 outfield players to start the season. Those 10 outfield players could have an average age of 28.8. So this is a veteran group, and I think that this team means business. And when you look at the team and the makeup behind the scenes last year, I think that they were looking for that new leader to take over from Stephen Caldwell, and I think they have that in spades with not only Will Johnson, but Drew Moore and Steven Beitashour as well.
How does this affect the formation that TFC will field this upcoming season?
It's a great question, and I'm not sure what they will play. We saw so many different formations rolled out last season, but if they want to play like the Canadian men's national team and really have three dominant ball-possessing midfielders to play in the middle of the park, I think that's opens up things to play a 4-3-3, where you can have Javinko on the left-hand side of attack and Altidore leading the attack, and of course Herculez Gomez down the right-hand side. That's a distinct possibility, and for certain matchups, maybe you want to play a five-man midfield. I just look at the way that they lost to Montreal, where Toronto FC had the two-man midfield and Montreal had three in the midfield, and they're overrun at certain times. I think Will can slot in and play that role alongside Michael, and whether it be Benoit Cheroux or Colin Warner, I just think that strength in numbers, you really have them there in the center of the park, which is going to make a big-time difference. To get the best out of all players, and namely Michael Bradley, it gives him a little bit more freedom to go up and attack and to really be that true difference maker for this team.
Can it just be March already?
Yeah, no kidding. I just want to see, like, you can get me started talking about TFC here, and I'll just keep on going. It's a holiday season, and I just like how they got their business done early, and a gift to TFC fans in terms of hope of what the new season can be.
General Manager Tim Bezbatchenko noted that TFC is not quite done yet with their off-season signings, so you can keep track of all those off-season transactions at torontofc.ca.